What's happening, guys? This is the Grandmaster of Faster, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Stadium for the Nintendo 64. In the last episode, we managed to win the Great Ball Trophy in the Prime Cup. Through some difficulty, I must say, particularly the last few battles. But things are only going to get more challenging because now we're going to take on the Ultra Ball Tournament, where things get even more difficult. So as such, I have decided to use my red version team, seeing as how it's the most powerful team that I own, which is understandable given the fact that my roster contains the best Pokemon in red, blue, and yellow competitive-wise. But let's see how it goes. Starting things off, our very first battle was against Q-Ball with a considerably revamped team from last time. Now we can't just blaze through it using Psychic Pokémon. Regardless, I think I'm going to lead off with Alakazam and bring Exeggutor as backup. And just in case, I think I'm going to bring in Jolteon as well to deal with those water Pokemon I might encounter.
Finally underway. Pokemon Tournament Prime Cup Ultra Ball. Here's hoping that we see brilliant Pokemon strategy and tactics.
Alright, let's see if our strategy and tactics will come out on top. He's leading off with his Pinsir, level 100, Bug type, with the moves Swords Dance, Submission, Strength, and Seismic Toss. Pinsir is all about physical strength, and if it gets off too many Swords Dances, it can definitely sweep your team. Pinsir is, in my opinion, a very underrated Pokemon because most battlers see it as just an inferior version of Heracross. And I will admit, of the two, Heracross is definitely the better Pokemon.
What's this?
So a Psychic attack is going to take Pinsir out. But that was honestly one of his easier Pokemon.
What will the next Pokemon be?
That is a good question. What is his next Pokemon going to be? He's going to go for Arcanine. Arcanine is at level 100, Fire type, with the moves Flamethrower, Dig, Takedown, and Toxic. Arcanine is fast, and like Pinsir, it's also a good physical attacker. And it's going to use Dig.
Neither one is conceding an inch.
I'm not really sure what to do. I think I'm just going to go ahead and hit it with another Psychic.
They strike fighting poses.
Because I'm not 100% sure how much damage Dig will do. And I just realized it was underground.
There's the attack.
And I probably could have used Recover.
Fireworks are
In fact, I think I'm actually going to go ahead and use Recover, since I'm only at 25 HP.
It's restoring HP.
Alright, back up to 170, and yeah, I thought it was going to go for the Flamethrower.
Flame. Nail the weak spot.
And it put me right back down to the red because it somehow gained a critical hit, even though I am obviously faster.
It's restoring
But at
HP.
least I know that a critical hit Flamethrower won't KO me in one hit.
There it goes. Goodness.
Alright, that actually didn't do as much damage as I thought it would, so let's hit it with the Psychic.
Go into battle poses.
Yeah, much like other fire Pokemon, Arcanine is pretty much content on just spamming Flamethrower over and over.
It's paralyzed on the
Alright, I get a free hit in. Nice. Now with some luck, I'll be able to one-hit KO, or not one-hit KO, KO Arcanine. Oh, not quite. And it's gonna use Takedown. And yeah, that's gonna take me down. As good as Alakazam is, it's not very good on the defense.
What will the next Pokemon be?
So I think Jolteon will be able to revenge kill Arcanine because it's obviously faster. Don't get me wrong, Arcanine is pretty fast, but Jolteon is a speedster. And down goes Arcanine. I was hoping that Alakazam would have stayed around longer, but it KO'd Pinsir and severely damaged Arcanine. It did what I needed to. Alright, last Pokemon for Cue Ball is going to be his Beedrill. Beedrill is, at level 100, it is a bug poison type with the moves Swords Dance, Hyper Beam, Twin Needle, and Mega Drain. I have to admit, that's not a bad moveset at all. It's just a shame that Beedrill is so frail. And it was horrible for the longest time until Gen 6 when it got its Mega Evolution. Alright, one interesting thing about Beedrill is the fact that it has Twin Needle, which is a bug-type move that hits multiple times and has a chance of poisoning. This makes Beedrill the distinct having the distinction of being the only Pokemon that can poison a Steel type. I always found that rather interesting. Although I'm not 100% sure if any other Pokemon can learn Twin Needle, but I do know it was the signature attack of Beedrill for the longest time, and still is, in some sense. Alright, one battle down. Let's proceed to round 2. Round 2 is against Judoboy, and once again he comes packing with his team of Psychic Magnets. Every single one of these Pokemon, with the exception of Scyther, is weak against Exeggutor. I'll also bring in Rhydon to deal with that Scyther, and let's throw Alakazam in there as well.
What kind of battle can we expect to see? Begin round 2.
With some luck, we're gonna see a one-sided battle. And he did lead off with his Scyther, so obviously I'm going to switch to Rhydon. Scyther is at level 100. It is a bug and flying type with the moves Focus Energy, Hyper Beam, Double Edge, and Wing Attack. Scyther is incredibly fast, and it does have decent attack. Yes, this is the trainer that loves to use Focus Energy, so be prepared for some critical hits. Double Edge, oh wow, you're gonna use Double Edge? That didn't look very critical to me, sir. Let's see how you like a quad-effective Rock Slide. There's no chance that Scyther is going to survive this. Yeah, the fact that I get Stab as well means it's essentially ×6 effective.
The next Pokemon is being prepped.
And with the only Pokemon not weak to Exeggutor out of the way, I think he can go ahead and sweep up now. In the meantime, Judoboy has sent out his Nidoking. Nidoking is at level 100, Poison Ground type, with the moves Focus Energy, Mega Kick, Rock Slide, and Surf. It does have a bit of type coverage, the fact that it does have Surf. Even so, he doesn't really have any attacks that are particularly effective against Exeggutor. The best he can do is Mega Kick. And that doesn't even have any secondary effects. Although the fact that it managed to remove half of my HP is quite impressive, I must say. Oh, not quite. Not quite. Yeah, of the two Nidos, Nidoking is the more offensive and Nidoqueen is the more defensive. Mega Kick, however, is a little bit inaccurate, although it does pack a wallop. Alright, down goes Nidoking. So what is his next Pokemon going to be? Regardless of what it is, I should be able to take care of it. Alright, he's gonna go for his Machamp. Machamp is level 100 fighting type with the moves Focus Energy, Low Kick, Earthquake, and Strength. Machamp, as you know, it's a great physical attacker, a little bit on the slow side, but it can pretty much destroy any normal type Pokemon it comes across. And that is it for Judoboy. Alright, that is it for round 2. So far we're doing pretty well. Only 1 KO so far. But now we are going to proceed to battle number 3. And this is against the Gambler. This is the guy who has a bunch of different interesting ideas for his movesets. And as you can see, he's got a lot of Psychic Pokémon out. So naturally, I'm going to want Jolteon in the front lines. Let's bring Tauros and Rhydon along. Well, maybe not Rhydon, because it doesn't have very good special. We're gonna bring Starmie instead.
The upcoming battle looks promising. We're into round 3.
Alright, his first Pokemon is going to be Kadabra. Kadabra is at level 100. It is a Psychic type with the moves Flash and Psywave. What you are going to be seeing here is kind of an unusual strategy. All of his Pokemon have moves that either increase evasion or decrease accuracy, as is the case with Flash. The only attacking move that his Pokemon use is Psywave. Psywave inflicts a random amount of damage varying between 1 damage and 1.5 times the attacker's level. It's honestly not a very good tactic, but it is interesting to say the least. Psywave is one of the weaker Psychic attacks, but yeah, it is still worth pointing out. And once again, Jolteon is one of the few Pokemon in Generation 1 that has a true advantage over Psychic types because of Pin Missile. Alright, next Pokemon is going to be Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff is at level 100. It is a normal type, and its moves are Flash and Psywave. Exactly the same as his Kadabra. Wigglytuff is pretty bulky, although not nearly as bulky as Clefable. It's definitely considered a poor man's version of Clefable, as its stats are pretty similar. Large HP stat, normal type, very diverse move pool. But Clefable is just an all-around better Pokemon.
There's the attack. Super effective.
What do you mean super effective? That didn't look very super effective to me.
What'll it do?
And it's still gonna keep up its little Flash marathon. I'm amazed that my attacks have still been hitting, truth be told. But I know a Thunderbolt will KO Wigglytuff if it hits. And somehow it did. Alright, 2 Pokemon down and 1 more to go.
There's a difference in the number of reserve
What is his final Pokemon going to be? It is going to be Hypno! Hypno is at level 100. It is a Psychic type with the moves Double Team and Psywave. This is a little bit more annoying to deal with, the fact that he's got Double Team, and now I'm starting to miss. Perfect.
Made itself more evasive.
The fact that he's gonna keep using Double Team is distressing, because I've already been hit with a ton of flashes, so I'm actually switching out for Tauros right now. Tauros's physical attack stat means that I should be able to deal with Hypno, provided he doesn't get too many Double Teams off. Unfortunately, he's already gotten 2. So chances are this might be a long battle. Alright, that did not do as much damage as I had hoped, and that's his 3rd Double Team. Which means, yeah, I'm gonna have some trouble right now. Let's hope this Body Slam hits. No such luck. And now he's starting to use Psywave.
What'll it do?
I will admit, Psywave does have a very cool looking background effect, but as you can see, it hardly did anything to me. So my best bet is to just keep trying to hit Hypno, and failing miserably, I might add.
What's next?
And thankfully he missed. I don't know how that happened. I think Psywave does have a 100% accuracy.
What's this?
And I get a critical hit just when I needed it for once in my life. Well, that battle didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would, but I'm glad. Now, theoretically, the next battle shouldn't be quite as difficult, but it's not easy either. Yes, it's against our old buddy, the Team Rocket member, and that is quite the roster, I must say. He's got 3 water Pokemon, but he also has a few Pokemon that are weak to psychic attacks. I think, for the time being, I'm going to lead off with Alakazam, and I'm also going to bring Jolteon for obvious reasons. As for who I'm bringing in for my third Pokemon, I'm going to bring in Tauros.
The crowd's excitement is building. This is round 4.
So round 4 starts off with my Alakazam against his Weezing. Weezing is at level 100. It is a poison type with the moves Sludge, Thunder, Fire Blast, and Smoke Screen. Thunder and Fire Blast are threats to be sure. And remember, Weezing is a physical wall. Its special, however, it leaves much to be desired. Oh, yuck. Not only did he get a critical hit on me, but I got freaking poisoned by Sludge!
It's restoring HP.
So now I might have to spend a few turns recovering. And it's gonna hit me again with Sludge. How much will a non-critical hit do, I wonder?
A savage hit.
Oh man,
Fireworks are
that is
flying
not
this
what I
battle.
wanted. Whoever would have guessed that a Weezing of all things could critically damage Alakazam? And of course, I get a pointless critical hit.
Is it down and out?
I still don't understand that. Why couldn't I have had
Pokemon B.
the luck I had in the previous battle? I don't know. Next up is gonna be Cloyster, level 100.
This is a fight
Water Ice
between
type with the
two
moves
different types
Blizzard,
of Pokemon.
Surf, Supersonic, and Double Edge. Cloyster has the highest defense stats of any Pokemon in the game, although its special stat leaves much to be desired. And yeah, I'm gonna have to deal with this poison, which is really annoying.
What now?
And Double Edge gets a critical hit on me, which completely negated my recover. Oh, jeez. This is not good. Yeah, I'll have to go for Jolteon because he's pretty much the only Pokemon I have that can effectively take down this Cloyster. I'm not gonna bother using Thunder Wave because I know Thunderbolt will do a substantial amount of damage.
What's next?
And now I get a critical hit. Ah, see? How do you like it when the tables are turned against you, buddy?
There's only one Pokemon left in reserve.
And the question is that Pokemon going to be what I think it is? No, it's going to be Tentacruel. I honestly expected him to send out his Rhydon, but no, it's Tentacruel instead. Tentacruel is at level 100. It is a water and poison type with the moves Hydro Pump, Supersonic, Screech, and Hyper Beam. Hydro Pump, yeah, it's Hydro Pump. Do I really need to say anything else? Thankfully, I did manage to paralyze it. Tentacruel is very fast, and it also has pretty good special as well. And as you can see, I only did a little bit over half in terms of damage, and yeah, that Hydro Pump is... Oh, no, it's gonna miss! Well, that Hydro Pump would have definitely KO'd me if it hit. But thankfully, Jolteon managed to stay in there. So one Thunderbolt, And it's going down. Awesome.
Down and out.
Alright, so overall, Team Rocket wasn't really that much of a challenge, although Weezing definitely took me for a surprise. And that is it for battle number 4, which means we have reached the intermission. So next time on Let's Play Pokemon Stadium, we are going to finish up the final 4 battles of the Ultra Ball tournament. See you guys next time. Hey, did you like what you saw? Then be sure to follow me on Facebook and Twitter for updates on my videos. Also, do you want to record LP videos like me? Then check out my kit page for my go-to equipment for recording.